So when China decided to do a good thing for the Chinese people from Taiwan and Iran by evacuating them, Taiwan thought it was necessary to call it cognitive warfare. And this is your favorite half Chinese. It seems that China cannot do anything that is correct. And this video also shows, for a lot of people sometimes in my comment are saying, well, if China really want to reunify, why don't they do the good things? Well, mostly it is because the Western media will not show you. And I'm very surprised that Taiwan Plus News, a Taiwanese news outlet, actually is showing this. And therefore, I'm going to show it to you. China is actually always considering the people living on Taiwan as their own citizens. So if they are in need, they will come to their aid, regardless whether they like the mainland or don't like the mainland. Anyway, let's just look at the
Thank you
video.
so much. Thank you so much.
These are the ones coming here. So they had to transit, I believe, in Shanghai. And then from there...
Thank you very much, Tar. This part is corrupted in source. Appears to be a mix of English and Chinese script.
Yeah. That's all they have to do, is show their card.
When we passed through customs in Shanghai on our return, as soon as we got off the plane and came out, there was a crowd of reporters, a bunch of cameras, and everything came rushing in.
What is this?
Source text is corrupted, mixed language.
Isn't it great that mainland China is
The
actually doing
CCP
this?
always utilizes these natural disasters and man-made incidents to spread narratives about our government's ineffective disaster relief or inability to evacuate citizens.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen the mainland China saying anything about this DPP that is in charge right now in Taiwan. They just evacuated the people, and I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything that they are saying bad about them. They're just doing their job. Taipei calls Beijing travel plans
Source
cognitive
text is
warfare.
corrupted, mixed language.
By the way, is this voice AI? Sounds a little bit weird.
Because in the process of rescuing these citizens, you inevitably have to leave your name and your relevant personal data.
Yeah, that's normal.
Data
They need to know
issues,
who you
for
are.
example, how to contact you, this is a necessary step. When you return to Taiwan, I can absolutely guarantee that the CCP will not abandon continued contact with these related rescued personnel.
That's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Like they have nothing else to do.
Source text is corrupted, mixed language.
Israel and Qatar have also started opening up airspaces to a limited extent, considering the rapidly changing situation in the Middle East. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is continuing to develop all methods to protect the safety of our citizens traveling abroad. Source text cuts off.
Well, it's very obvious that for whatever reason there is what they call their government in Taiwan was not able to protect its own citizens, which they call their own citizens. By the way, Taiwan is actually also saying that the whole entire mainland belongs to them. Why didn't they evacuate the Chinese people from the mainland? See how it works? And if you look at mainland China, they literally said, no, they're all Chinese. We evacuate Chinese. We come to evacuate Chinese. So whether they live in Taiwan or live on the mainland, it doesn't matter to us. They are coming with us. We are here to evacuate Chinese, and we do that indiscriminately. Would Taiwan ever do that? I don't think so. Well, that was
Thank
it
you so
actually.
much.
But let me know in the comment section what you all think of this. But we'll have to look at the comment sections, and this one is actually very, very pro. I have no idea why they posted this. It's very unlike them from Taiwan Plus News. But you have already one saying, "Who authorized this to be published? Did anyone check the audio beforehand?" Like, oh my God, you're not allowed to tell the truth when it is in favor of the mainland. Because citizens of Taiwan are not allowed to know the truth, because that would help democracy. Because everybody knows or should understand that if you want to have a good democracy, you must have the truth in front of you. Otherwise, you cannot make a good decision based upon knowledge, because then you're making decisions based upon lies that have been fed to you. And we see that all over the West. And that is why people are never getting what they want and are always voting against their own interest. And then after their favorite president is coming into office, then they are all like, oh, why did nothing happen for me? Well, that's because you've been fed lies. And there is this person. It's a fact and real, not a hoax. So of course it's legal to publish it, so the public gets information about the safety of the Taiwanese people whose lives are threatened amidst a war conflict in the Middle East. And then here, this person says, oh, please, you could avoid cognitive warfare by stepping and evacuating your citizens. Exactly. By stepping in and evacuating your own citizens. And while you're at it, you could have also taken the Chinese from the mainland, because that's your claim, right? You are, according to yourself, the legitimate government of the entire China. But it seems that you are highly discriminating, and you're making a political circus out of the rescue of your own citizens, instead of being thankful. This person says, an intern is getting fired. Yeah, that is what I said about this video. Somebody is going to get fired. Small mind thinks shallow. While China brought Taiwan citizens back home safe, what were Taiwan administrative doing? Instead of thanking China, you demonize them. The world knows how embarrassing it must be for Taiwan administration that China saved the citizens. Yeah, well, it should not be embarrassing. I mean, if you don't have the capacity, you just don't have the capacity. But I do agree, you should just be thankful, instead of making a whole political circus out of it and using it to create a negative propaganda about the mainland. It's just sad. Just say thank you and move on with life. Can't be that hard. Exactly. And here it says, what's wrong with China helping their own citizens? That's honestly their government in Taiwan. What is wrong with it? If you really care about your citizens, you should be extremely happy that they came back home safely. Now, here you have some radicals. There you can see it. Why doesn't the government hurry up and arrest everyone who took flights from mainland China back to Taiwan? What? Do you see? And this is what I've been telling a long time about Taiwan. People don't understand that Taiwan is more similar to a fascist state than to a democratic state. And this is how they have brainwashed into thinking, let the people think that is okay. Oh, they evacuate you from a war, then you have to change planes in Shanghai, and then you will get arrested? What? What you want them to do? Stay there and risk their lives? This is the level of insanity and the level of hate created inside of the hearts of and minds of these people. Not all of them, because a lot of them are waking up right now. I also had a video about it with another person also from Taiwan. And you can, I will have it somewhere in the description down. It's very interesting. that rotten government has been infiltrated by the mainland and doesn't even know it. What does this have to do with the mainland infiltrated the so-called government in Taiwan? They just did what they're supposed to be doing. According to the mainland, that territory, including Taiwan, is China. So they view the people living on Taiwan, including this person who is so hateful, as their own people, who literally writes in Chinese, but is hateful to its own people. But despite that fact, even then, China is still considering them their own people. And also this person would be saved. This person who has extreme fascist tendencies. Because I guarantee you, if it was this person would be in charge of rescuing people from Taiwan, they would leave the other Chinese from the mainland. 100%. And here is another thing. Taiwanese people should not take flights from mainland China. Okay, so how should they come home? You see how ridiculous and how brainwashed these people actually are by decades consuming this propaganda. Let's not forget that the Chinese were also aiding Iran by supplying them with intelligence. So what? So what? What does that have to do with them rescuing Chinese people, including the Chinese people from Taiwan? And then this person is making a very funny comment and says, and let's not forget, Taiwan is China's province. And that was it. I want to know what you all think of this. Do I make too much out of it? Do you think it is normal for them to call this a cognitive warfare while they are actually rescuing? Or do you say, nah, they should actually, better say thank you? Why not just say thank you? Why do you need to politicize everything? I mean, honestly, let me know that in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. We're not uncivilized barbarians, unlike some people who are not thankful for saving their own compatriots. Let me know that already said. Then we come to the end, and what do I always say? Have a great day, your favorite half Chinese.